leader for our group project. At the beginning of Sprint 1, we conducted a kickoff meeting via Microsoft Teams to discuss the project scope, assign roles, and divide tasks. We decided to manage our project using tools like Trello for task tracking, GitHub for version control, and MS Teams for communication. As a team, we created our Sprint 1 backlog based on the user stories provided, breaking them into smaller tasks. Safi led the setup of the Trello board where we organized all tasks into columns, that is product backlog, sprint backlog, in progress, and done. Each task card was linked to a user story covering activities like UI design, unit table creation, and content updates. I ensured that tasks were properly distributed among team members according to their roles. UI designer was Safi, and front-end developer was Islam, and myself as a team leader. Each task was assigned on Trello, and we updated the board continuously as we progressed through the sprint one. For the project logistic, I installed the GitHub Git and ensure all members have it installed and configured. Forked and cloned the official GitHub repository, added my teammates as collaborator so everyone could work together easily. So now I will walk you through the Trello board, show you how the tasks will move through the workflow, and explain my contribution as a team leader. So the part one kickoff meeting, it was scheduled on Microsoft Teams, and we discussed the roles and assign our task. I moved the kickoff meeting card to done after the meeting was completed. And then project planning. We plan to complete the project in 2 sprint meetings and then updated the project planning card as we progress further. And then set up Git and GitHub accounts. I installed the Git and verified setup using Git version, configured Git with my name and email, ensured all team members had Git installed, GitHub accounts, and local Git properly configured. And then fork the repository. So I forked the official unit repo to my GitHub account and then cloned the repository to local machine, and then I added the team members as collaborators and then confirmed that they had access and could push their changes. And for my part, I also add the unit content paragraph and add hyperlink to the fee page. And now I would like my friend Safi to continue his part.
Hello, my name is Safiullah, and this is my demo for Sprint 1. So our group basically used Scrum methodology and collaborated using MS Teams for communication and planning, and we use GitHub for version control. So I was responsible for two user stories in Sprint 1. First, as a student, I want to see a branded homepage with Deakin's logo, so I know I am on the official side. From this story, I added the header tag element in the index.html file, inserted the Deakin logo, and placed it correctly within the header. And I got 2 story points for this. And then I did the second task, which is as a user, I wanted the homepage to be visually styled so that it's professional and accessible. Based on the story, I updated the main CSS file to apply a background color, and I aligned the text right and the logo. So these 2 user stories were assigned to me. In the task or Trello board, each task was tracked carefully with user story assigned members. And in the sprint one with to-do list from tasks, we moved product backlogs to sprint backlog and then in progress, and then we moved it to the done. And the issue I faced was that in merging the files in the GitHub, there was a conflict. When I tried to pull updates made by my teammates, I encountered merge conflicts in the index and main CSS file. I had to carefully compare and manually merge the changes without overwriting their work. This experience highlighted the importance of regular pull, good commit messages, and syncing closely within the teams. Thank you. Now I would like Islam to explain further. Thank you.
Hi, thank you, Safi. Hi, my name is Mohammad Mohaminul Islam, and I was the front-end developer for Sprint 1 of the Deakin University website redesign project. Before collaborating in the GitHub, I actually worked on my user stories. My main focus during the sprint was to actually complete the two user stories assigned to me. And one of the first user story was about helping students easily viewing unit details in a clear table format. In order to cover this, I created a table in HTML that displayed information such as the unit chair, enrollment mode, and also credit points, year, and scheduled classes. This user story has 2 points, and because this is very basic, and based on this user story, we can actually enhance the feature. So that's why we I assigned 2 points for this user story. And the second user story was about making the table more readable and accessible. And I addressed. Would you open this? Yeah, second table, please? Yeah. Yep. This user story was about making the table more readable and accessible. I addressed this by styling this table, such as adding borders, using alternating row colors, and adjusting padding. Also font sizes to enhance clarity and user experience. In my opinion, this story point contains only this story contains 1 point because we actually enhanced the basic feature using this user story. Along with developing the front-end features, which I've already mentioned, I also collaborated through the Git with the team. After completing the table and styling tasks on a separate branch, I pulled the latest changes made by our teammates from the main branch, merged my add table branch back into main, and then pushed the final updates to the remote repository. And in this process, I also faced some merging conflict, as Safi mentioned. So we had to communicate between the team that who have done the latest work, and we had to merge manually so that none of our works was lost. So we actually successfully retrieve all of our works and merge our work accordingly. This process helped ensure that all team contributions are properly integrated without any conflicts. Through these tasks, I successfully covered both of my assigned user stories and contribute to the first sprint's deliverable. I'm excited to keep building on this foundation in the upcoming sprints with a continued focus on usability, accessibility, and collaboration. Thank you so much. Guys, do you want to add anything else?
No, that's fine. Just end the recording, please.
Okay, okay. We need to cut the last part then.
It's all right if we add it. It's all
Okay.
right. Yeah.